continuing our Monster March, we got some great products that Bandai Namco sent us from their Godzilla line, their Movie Monster series, and their newer Egg series as well. Now, we saw a whole bunch of these at Toy Fair, so now we're getting our hands on a bunch of them. So we got one of the vinyl ones over here. We got a Mecha Godzilla. We got a King Ghidorah Egg, so that's pretty cool. We'll be checking that out there. And then we have a Godzilla 2004, part of their articulated action figure line. So there's a couple in this wave. You can see Mechagodzilla is the other one here. So we'll be checking these guys out here. So a little different than what we started out with a statue. Now we're looking at articulated figures, and this one is articulated here. No packaging on the vinyl ones. I think you just find these here with the tags like this hanging up on a display. But they're still pretty cool looking. We're going to bring you in so you can see the really nice detail on these. And yeah, we're excited to see something a little bit different. I mein, these eggs are unique. We've seen some of them before with other figures that Bandai's done in the past, even the Star Wars line. So it's kind of cool to see these. I think they're perfect for the Easter holiday coming up. It's just little fun little eggs if you have a Godzilla fan in your life, and they transform into the characters. And then I haven't really got my hands on one of their articulated action figures, so I'm interested to check this one out. So why don't you guys come on in and let's open these great products. All right, we'll start with Mechagodzilla here. I'm just going to take this tag off so it's a little easier to see. So you can see the tag here. Definitely got it clear that this is an import for Mechagodzilla here. And I mean, he looks great. He's got his little weapons here on his arms. His arms articulate. The legs do not articulate. The waist does not articulate. The head articulates. And I think the tail articulates, and that's about it for articulation. But not a bad little figure if you're just trying to get a little fun guy for your collection or for your kid to get him introduced to the world of Godzilla here, or you know, bath time, whatever you want. I think it's pretty cool, and it's really rather detailed, even for a vinyl figure. If you look at it here, I mean, look at all that on the back with the tail, with his little weapons, this great coloring on him, and his little swiveling head. So I mean, not bad. Like I said, it's not going to be at the highest price point. We'll have all that information for you here in the article. It's on the lower end. This is sort of an entry-level character, but it's still fun, really nicely detailed, and it's got that old, you know, that old world feel that it's coming out of Japan, essentially. So, yeah, a lot of fun. So this is part of the Toho Movie Monster series. And there have a lot of characters. You can check out our video from Toy Fair if you want to see what else is available in their vinyl line. But this is a really nice starting point for your Godzilla collection. Nice detail on there and a little bit of fun, I would think. I mean, he displays easy. That's it. That's all the room he takes up here, about the size of my hand. And he has that long tail too, and a lot of detail on him. So not too bad. Next up, we have this King Ghidorah egg. Now, they have 3 eggs on the package. You can see Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, and King Ghidorah. So we are going to pop this guy out of his package here. And I think it should be relatively easy. I'm not even going to look at the instructions. We're just going to take the wings out. We're going to take out the legs here at the bottom. So now he could stand. And then I think the center, you get the back out so you could just have a little way to poke the heads out here. And then that's it. I think that is it. There is a tail somewhere. I'm not seeing. I think maybe this is the. Oh, here's the tail. That's what this is for. Okay. Let's see. How do we get the tail out? I think that's it. I don't think there is another tail. I think here's his head. I think this might be the tail. Yeah, that is the tail. So that is the whole look for Ghidorah here. You can see the wings. This is his tail here that comes out. He's got his 3 heads. The heads articulate. Look at that. That's pretty cool. You can move the heads around a little bit if you want to get a little more space in the, there we go. They're a little stiff, but you can move these heads around so you could really spread them out. He's got his wings. He's here on his feet. Oh, you want to move those forward a little bit so he leans forward. There we go. That is a really solid egg King Ghidorah. Transforms pretty quick. He's got this fun. I mean, these are fun. I have a couple of these in the Star Wars line, these eggs. I mean, they're very, like, not super crazy detail or anything, but they have plenty of detail for being an egg, essentially, that turns into a whole figure. A lot of fun. I'll have to check out the Godzilla and the Mechagodzilla too. I love Mechagodzilla. He's so fun. but like this one probably has the most dimension to it because it has the wings, it has the heads. It's not just kind of a flat body. So really fun to have all this design on here for the King Ghidorah egg. So I do like this. And then when we're ready to collapse it, we'll probably got to turn these heads back in so they fit in the body here. It's going to go right up. Heads are going to go in here. Tuck that in smooth. Tuck the legs in around here. Get that tail in. And then we're going to close the wings. And then it's back to being an egg again. Just a little ordinary egg made out of gold that has a, you know, 3-headed dragon in there. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's a little fun. I think it's perfect for Easter coming up. If you wanted to get somebody that's a movie fan or a Godzilla fan in your life, an egg, these Bandai Egg Monsters series are really cool. So that is the egg, and next we have the action figure. So they come here all kind of disassembled. These all in this little packaging here. And they have this beautiful form-fitting plastic top that goes right on there and essentially allows you to take the figure out. So now we're going to try doing a little assembly with this character here. I'm going to put his arm in here. So it's a ball socket, so this shouldn't be too difficult. Let's see here. As I say that, it requires a little bit of pressure to get the arm snapped in. I'm doing this wrong. Let's see here. There we go. So I got the arm in there now, and we have a leg. The leg is opposite. The peg is here, so try doing this. There we go. That popped in a lot easier than the arm. And then we have 2 segments for the tail. This is a really giant ball here. There we go. 1 segment and second segment here. Further down, just need a pressure point. It's a little bit narrower, so this one's a little harder, but I will get it. Determined here. It is definitely a little more difficult to get this little tail on. Yeah, these could be tricky. Sometimes. I got it most of the way. I'll get it more of the way in a second. And then he's got a little breath attachment here. This looks like a bottom part of the jaw. So I want to say that you kind of pop that jaw out. We'll see in just a second. All right, I think I got the tail. I didn't hear a bump or anything, a click, but it looks like I got the tail. It's in multiple segments. So you even got this bottom part of the tail is in its own segment. You got this mid part of the tail here. You got this upper part of the tail here. You have the leg articulating at the ankle, at the knee, at the hip. Let's get him standing tall here. And then we have his arms, shoulder, elbow, wrist. We have his neck here, and then we have his jaw. I mean, look at that. His jaw opens and closes. That is a lot of articulation for this guy. I mean, crazy amount. I didn't anticipate the tail being in so many segments, but you could really move this tail around if you wanted to. And then we have the figure. He's kind of similar scale to the vinyl ones here, the Movie Monster series. So the action figure series, kind of close in scale. I feel like he's a little bit shorter, although I can't remember the proportions of Mechagodzilla to Godzilla. So let's try taking this jaw off, though, because I want to see if we can get the fire breath in there. That might be a little bit trickier, because I feel like this thing is fighting me. I'll figure this out in just a second. Why don't we do a quick cut so you don't have to watch me struggle with this like you did with the tail. All right, here we go. I got the jaw out. So the jaw does come out. I just kind of wiggled it side to side. And now I have the fire breath, and it looks awesome. I love how they made the jaw removable, because it looks a lot better than trying to stick this blue flame effect in there for his atomic breath. It looks a lot better, honestly, because it's molded onto that jaw. It's not going to fall out. It's not going to be flimsy. I mean, this is pretty cool that they did this atomic breath on there. I mean, look at this figure. That is awesome. Let's have him here against Mechagodzilla. Boom, atomic breath. Lines up perfectly with his chest, honestly. So that is really cool to have this additional feature. I love that. Bandai gets a little creative with their attachments here. So Bandai Namco did a nice job with that flame breath. It looks like it's engulfing the whole mouth. It is perfectly molded to that mouth to be in there. Really enjoy that. And again, this detail on him with the scales going down a tail that's in multiple segments. And then you have the super articulation on this figure. Really cool. So definitely Godzilla fans or action figure fans, I mean, this is just a really nicely made, nicely designed figure with some features in here with the swappable mouth to give it another dimension and ton of articulation. So worth checking out other figures in this line. We know Mechagodzilla is in this line as well. I thought that we saw a couple other ones. Go back and check out our Bandai video from Toy Fair and you'll be able to see a little bit more. But yeah, definitely really cool to see all these additional little aspects of this figure that we didn't see while we were checking it out on the shelf. Now we're seeing it up close. So really nice design, a lot of fun. Have this lovely element of the atomic breath here. And yeah, I mean, this one is definitely a clear winner here. Out of their lines, the action figures are definitely really cool. So that's pretty much our summary here of these three figures: the movie monster series, the egg series, and the action figure series. All right, so that is our Monster March for the day, covering Godzilla. So looking at the prices for these guys, we'll hook you up with links to Big Bad Toy Store where we found all of them currently available. We're looking at about $20 for the movie monster series, these vinyl figures here. About $20 for the egg series here. These were all reissues. These came out a little while ago, but they're reissued again, so a little bit more expensive than they used to be. And then I want to say around $27 to $30 for the action figure. So all of these are currently available. Keep in mind these are imports, so that's why they're a little bit pricier than you would imagine, but they are definitely a very high quality here. This egg was really cool. For me, I mean, I love these eggs. You can even see the scales on them. I mean, really, really cool. And bear in mind, they have two other ones as well. So if you wanted Mechagodzilla, Godzilla, you could have a nice little monster bash. I was going to say mash, but like a monster face-off here with the three characters. And then they got more in the movie monster series with the vinyls. So there's more everything. Go back and check out our video from Toy Fair. There were quite a few Godzilla products on display there, and there are even some of the lines that we didn't cover here that Bandai has as well. So they definitely have a good foothold on Godzilla and his whole Toho universe there. So check those out. So that is all for this time. We have more Monster March coming. We're going to be checking out more from Diamond Select. We're going to be checking out something from Super 7 as well. So we get two more at least in March to wrap up our Monster March. And we'll see if we have a theme for April. I think that might not be a themed month. We'll see. But we're going to wrap up Monster March with a couple more Godzilla products. So surprises are still in the future here, as well as continuing our Secret Wars review well through April as well. So check those out when we alternate between newer stuff here and Secret Wars. And we have other surprises from other products, some we checked out at Toy Fair, that we'll be showing you as well. So keep tuning back. As always, like, subscribe, and follow. See you guys next time.